This is Legacy Travel's top 5 adults only all-inclusives in Cancun, Riviera Maya. And I have got today Arthur with me and Tara with me, and I'm Philip. And so this is the area we go to, often. And so recently, over the past few months, a year, how many times have you been down to the Cancun Riviera Maya?
I have been in the Cancun Riviera Maya area 3 times in the past year.
Okay, so pretty often.
It's every couple months, yeah.
You've been with us for a while now. How many times have you been to the Cancun Riviera Maya, you think, in your career?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, 4 to 6 times a year for 18 years.
Yeah, so you've been a bunch. I've been a whole lot also. So this is an area we know very, very well. So we're going to start with our number 5 pick and go down to number 1. So stick with us, and we're going to go through the list. We have not compared lists, so there may be some arguments about these resorts. But if you don't mind, I'm going to start off. Is that okay?
Yes.
My number 5, and this is one that we have done this list several years ago, and this is on that list then too, and maybe a little bit of a sentimental pick, but it's Dorado Royale, Casitas Royale. Love the owners, love the resort. Food's amazing food, great place. Love it.
That's a good one.
How about you? What's your number 5?
My number 5 is a brand new one. It's going to be in the Cancun area. It's called the Breathless Soul Cancun. We were honored to go see this resort and tour it and eat there just in May, and it was absolutely stunning. I was pleasantly surprised. It's going to be on the north side of Cancun. Usually the beach up there is pretty small and temperamental, but it was actually stunning. I was blown away with how beautiful the beach was there, and it was just very funky. It's only 30 minutes from the airport, 429 rooms, so it's not a big resort. It's smaller to medium size. A lot of fun. They'll have different parties during the day at the party pool. Then they have a more quiet, chill pool if you're wanting that kind of vibe. Overall, I was very impressed.
And from my point of view, being more in the background, here today, December 2022, the sales manager there, Adriana, fantastic. Love her. Crazy about her. Does a great job. What's your number 5?
So I think my number 5 is going to be the Valentine Imperial Riviera Maya. It is a resort that's been around for a long time. One thing that I like about it is it has more of a traditional style to it. It feels like a Mexican hacienda as opposed to a lot of the more modern resorts that you see these days. And I think time and time again, we see great service. Everyone that we send there has a great time. And I think it's great for honeymooners who want that adults-only vibe without having to sacrifice activities and the liveliness that you would expect at other resorts.
It's so interesting. I mean, that is a resort that, you're right, been around for a little while, and it's independent. I mean, it's kind of on its own, where these other ones are all part of a bigger company. It is a really interesting property. Very good. Number 4. Will you kick us off with number 4?
Yes. My number 4 is your number 5. So the Casitas Royale / El Dorado Royale. It's just, till this day, I think it's the most romantic resort in Mexico. Something about it is just so magical. The casitas are right by the beach. Of course, they have the gourmet food everywhere. They have different parties every night. They have a fun beach club called Aqua that's crack-a-lacking every night. But yeah, a lot of fun, and I think it's a healthy mix of relaxation and fun. And they just do a beautiful job there.
Yeah, I love El Dorado Royale. Guacamayas, I think I'm done. I think I've done my last Guacamayas night. But
You're too old.
I am too old. How about you? What's your number 4?
So my number 4 is actually Tara's number 5. So it's going to be Breathless Cancun
all
Soul.
This crossover already.
I know. I've seen it twice. We saw it as an office in May, and then you and I saw it again in October at the conference. And so we've gotten to see it, at its natural state, just accepting guests, and it's super lively, super fun. I think it's got this great urban feel. It's in close proximity to the Cancun hotel zone, so you've got shops, you've got restaurants, you've got the lively pool party vibe, but you've also got that beautiful rooftop pool if you're in the Exhale Club. And I just think they do so many things right, and I think it's so perfect for bachelor and bachelorette groups, as well as friend groups that are looking to let loose in this really cool, funky atmosphere. Yeah.
Let me take this moment real quick that if you are doing AM resorts, which is going to be Breathless or Secrets of those guys, if they have a rooftop area that's preferred club only, you have to upgrade to preferred club. I just don't think it's an option. I think that the rooftop area is going to be so important now. You've got to do the preferred club if they have that option, in my opinion.
Agreed.
my number 4 is going to be Live Aqua, which I just love. In Cancun, it's going to be a more laid-back property, kind of almost, very big on the spa area there. The GM's a great guy. Alfredo's a great guy. Does an amazing job at that property. It is going to be a more laid back. It's in Cancun, but it is going to be more laid back than the typical party hotel, which is going to be definitely my vibe. But again, great food, great service, and Alfredo goes above and beyond.
Yeah, shout out, hey Alfredo. And I think it's worth mentioning it's on my personal favorite beach in Mexico, Delfino Beach. I don't care who you are, that beach is stunning.
It is amazing. Number 3, you kick us off number 3?
Absolutely. So my number 3 is going to be Hotel Xcaret Arte. It's a very unique hotel situated a little bit farther down in the Riviera Maya. It's got a great aesthetic to it. It has a focus on creating very unique experiences for its guests. Every casa, where all of the rooms are, has different art classes you can take to hone different facets of being an artist. You can take pottery classes, you can take textile classes. I think there's a writing class as well. And in addition to that, and the fantastic food that's very unique to the destination, you also have access to all the Xcaret parks, so it's perfect for anyone who's looking to experience as much as possible, both on the resort and off.
Cool. Is Arte adults only? I didn't know that.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
The new art, yes.
I didn't know that was adults only. I've learned something here. For mine, and this is going to be legal. You may not think it's legal, but it's legal. My number 3 is going to be Secret Smoke Shade Impressions, or Secret Impressions Smoke Shade. It opens today. December 1st, 2022 is its opening day. Now, Secret Smoke Shade, we stayed there as an office back in April, May-ish, and they were building it at that time. I was back at Secret Smoke Shade 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Everything runs together. And then my wife and I got to do a tour of the new Impressions area of Secret Smoke Shade Impressions, and it is amazing. The property, Secret Smoke Shade by itself, it would make my list regardless, even if they did have Impressions. Impressions takes it a step up. Really huge rooms. There's the whole vibe. This is a place that when you're doing some of the dining, they're going to have the saxophone player playing in the background with very soothing, nice music where you can still talk and stuff. A very classy place. Has a kind of a lagoon type pool right in the middle of the resort, which is beautiful. They have little cenote areas, man-made cenote areas by the property. Great property. We were really blown away by it when we stayed in it last spring.
Yes.
What you got for number?
Where are we on? Number 3?
Yep.
Okay, mine is going to be a resort down in the Aqua Tulum area. It's called the Unico. It's rather new, right? I don't know. I guess it's been a few years.
It has COVID. We had that COVID.
Yeah, so
gap.
it kind of feels. But it's one of the leading hotels of the world, which is a very, very, very cool list to make. And they're very particular on what hotels they choose. So I think that's a testament in itself. And I love the layout of the resort. It's just like in a simple horseshoe shape that opens up to the Caribbean Ocean. So it's very easy to kind of get a lay of the land on the first day. It's extremely authentic to the Mexican art and design and culture. Every square inch of it, you can tell you're in Mexico. It's Mexican owned and operated. I also appreciate the fact that when you walk into the room, they have these 2 beach hats. I know it's a small little detail, but it's all in the details, right? And I think it's just so clever. And they're decorating them by the pool, so you get to paint your hat. It's kind of like a fun little souvenir. And beach hats are very difficult to travel with, so I think it's very smart that they do that.
You're right. It is. And the thing you said about the details being important, that is absolutely 100% true. Okay, number 2. I think I'll lead us off with number 2. All right, so I kind of went your direction, but I didn't know art was adults only. I did La Casa de la Playa. Also, Hotel Xcaret Complex. I think this is the newest of the 3, and it is going to be top of the line. Again, part of the Hotel Xcaret family, right there with it. Adults only. Very high-end property. Very nice. Really, that complex in general has done a very good job. They're fairly new to the scene, probably last 4 or 5 years. But this property opened up, I think, in the last 12 months, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's very small. It's probably the smallest one we've talked about so far.
Yeah. But so that's my number 2. What is your number 2?
My number 2 is, I think, your number 4, which is the Secrets Mokshay. It is about 40 minutes from the airport, so not too far. And like he was saying, it's just extremely authentic. They have these man-made cenotes everywhere. The rooms, the restaurants, all the pools. It's just so fascinating. It's arguably the nicest AM resort built to date. I think it might be the most money that went into building a hotel that they've
Certainly
done.
the best secrets, I think. I think the best secrets, dreams. I think you're right. I think it's the nicest secrets by far.
Yeah, it's absolutely stunning, and we're just so excited that Secrets has come out with an exciting new hotel.
It's a great one, too. How about you?
I actually completely agree with Tara. Secrets Mokshay is also my number 2.
Oh, is it?
It is, yeah. And I think that part of it is, I think the reason it's the best secrets to date and it's so fabulous is they took that idea of mokshay, which they told us means the root around the vine. And you see that very intentionally throughout the resort. It's got tons of natural wood. It's kind of dark and earthy. And I think they carry that tone or that intention through everything. The service was fantastic while we were there. And my favorite thing about it is sometimes when you get farther down in the Riviera Maya, you kind of get that risk of seaweed. You know, it's the dreaded word during that, during certain times of the year. And I think that the Oasis pool that they put in really alleviates that stress. Even if the beach is having a temperamental day, you almost don't miss it.
Yeah,
You really
that's
don't.
true.
Yeah, that Oasis pool is that thing. That
Fantastic.
kind of, very good. All right, so number 1, I think you lead us off.
Okay.
For number 1, what you got?
It is Fernando Garcia's family hotel, the Atelier, Playa Mujeres.
How in the world did I tell you not make my list?
But yeah, that's gonna be
that is a huge, huge mistake. It 100% should be on here.
I felt the same when you said Live Aqua. So.
Holy cow, that should be on my list.
But,
I did not miss Atelier.
We definitely studied hard for this.
That's embarrassing.
But yeah, my number 1 is going to be the new Atelier Playa Mujeres. It's about 40 minutes from the Cancun airport, and it's in this up-and-coming golf community called Playa Mujeres. I love the location of this one. It's literally in the heart of the golf course. I'm not a golfer by any means, but it's just stunning from every angle all the way around. So you have the beach and then the golf course all the way around. So it's kind of tucked away in its own little piece of paradise. And a beautiful part about that part of the beach is Isla Mujeres is across the way. So it's constantly blocking the waves and seaweed coming up to shore. So the beach, it's almost guaranteed beautiful year-round, even when the Caribbean is having a bad seaweed season. We just adore the family who owns this resort. It's very intentional and family operated, and you kind of feel that through the service while you're there. They just do a fantastic job. And the food is probably some of the best at any all-inclusive that I've ever been to. So if food, beach, service, rooms are important to you, Atelier.
Number 1.
I swear Tara and I did not compare lists, but my number 1 was also Atelier.
Well,
it's fantastic, and I mean, it's another one that I trust with every client I've ever sent there. I think it's great for people who are looking to relax, unwind, and really are looking for a cut above in terms of service. I also really love that they do have the Michelin star restaurant on site. I think that's a very unique touch. Maria Dolores, anyone that I've had go to that restaurant loved it. And it's something that they have told me I wouldn't have tried that outside of that. And I love that because it's a unique experience at that resort in that destination.
My number 1 is Atelier. No, it should have been it probably should have been 2 or 3 on my list. Atelier was a huge oversight on my part. I've got Unico as my number 1. We've had such great success with that property. Everybody that goes there loves it. But again, Atelier should have been certainly at least number 2 or 3. But Unico is a great property. We have complete confidence in it, and they do an amazing job. So anyway, thank y'all. I had an honorable mention that didn't make my list, but a great property. Iberostar Grand is a great one. Just didn't
right
quite
on
make the list.
Beach.
Yeah.
Love that beach.
Yep. Should have fantastic. We're so lucky that we got so many amazing just right there in Cancun. I'd go to any of them today, especially because it's cold here. Anyway, thank y'all very much for watching, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye.